following program is a sports betting show that is meant to bring the average Joe gamblers of the world together to bullshit about picks, build parlays, and hopefully cash the occasional bet slip. We're not professional bettors. We want this to be fun, and we want to build a community of bettors who don't take every pick so damn seriously. We want to win. We're going to try to win. No shit. But when we lose, don't be an asshole about it. Thank you. It's Weber Bets Weekly. Let's go betting.
All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome into this edition of Weber Bets Weekly. It is the new sports betting show here on the Weber Bets YouTube channel and also on TikTok. Thank you guys for tuning in. My name's TJ Weber at Weber Bets on social media. Appreciate you guys. If you have not seen this channel before, this is the first episode of Weber Bets Weekly. So I have been doing a lot of sports betting and gambling skits throughout the last few years. And, I kind of decided I want to get back into my roots. I want to host a show, and I want to get the best gambling show I can possibly get on the internet. And I said, how do I make it different? How do I make it something that I want to kind of sink my teeth into and have some fun? And I said, I want to get on and bring on average Joe bettors just like me. Everybody that puts $10 on a 5-leg parlay or is just sitting there and say, I got a feeling about this team. I can't tell you why, but we're going to take them anyway. But also I like those bettors that have all the insights, that have all the facts straight, that know exactly what they're going to pick, and they let us know why. And the best thing about this is going to be a platform where you can talk about whatever you want to talk about in the betting world. You can get on a hot streak and be spotlighted as the hot streak guy. But you could also go on an absolute cold streak, and we're going to let you know about it. We're going to give you shit. We're going to build this thing up as a community and have a blast. I don't expect this to blow up right away. It might not blow up ever. My thing is, I have really enjoyed my days in broadcasting, and I've really enjoyed my time doing all the sports betting and gambling stuff. So I said, why the fuck not? Let's go ahead and start this sports betting show where we have people call in and leave voicemails, and just it's constant interaction. That's all I want really on this program is constant interaction and be able just to bullshit with the audience and put together some plays. If we can win a little bit, I'm not talking about a ton. If we can win a little bit, I'll be excited. Here's the full studio, as you can see, and the main part of the program will be the board over here, all right? We got the board ready to rock, where if you call in or leave a voicemail, we're going to go ahead and put the top plays, all the plays that are talked about in the workshop space. If we decide that your play is the number one play of the day, it's not just based on my feeling. It's not just based on Big Web or anybody else that co-hosts. It's based on you guys. It's based on the chat. It's based on the callers and the voicemail people. It's just constant back and forth. So all the plays go there on the left, and then the number one play and the parlays go on the right. And that's what we do. It's very simple. We're just trying to pick winners, but we're trying to have a good time because everybody likes a sports bet out there. And not everybody says, I don't love my picks. I don't want to get destroyed on the internet. You're welcome to jump into the fun and games here. This is what this is all about. It's more of, I can't stand certain people that only say, listen to me because you're going to have this play. This is the top play of the day because I picked it. Bullshit. I want you guys all to call in and get involved. So this is a show for the people, the average Joe sports bettor. That's what we're doing here on Weber Bets Weekly. So get involved here anytime. You can call in. The links are all online at weberbets.com. Live call-in button is there. And also the voicemails. Because I know some people don't love to call in live. I get it. But that's why the voicemail line is there as well. So it's an easy button, weberbets.com. You can see exactly where it is. I don't expect many callers, if any, today. I understand that might not be a thing, so that's okay. But we're going to jump on anyway, and I can talk about at least my plays, or I can read a little bit about what we got going on in the chat. But I said, you know what? I'm not going to sit here and act like we're going to do this big reveal. We're going to do this massive, announcement for the show. Fuck it. Let's just get into it. Let's just go live. Whoever can jump into the first show and make this thing kind of, ready to rock, let's do it. So let me know your plays in the TikTok chat, in the YouTube chat, on the voicemail line, and also on the live call-in button, all online at weberbets.com. And I've really been excited about this too because we have, the leaderboard here. So we have today's plays and also the leaderboard section. So if you do call in, I've kind of decided, because there's just so many comments when you get going with this stuff, it's hard to keep track of who says what. So the bets will pretty much be whoever calls in will be counted on this. So here's like the daily, the better, the picks they put, and then obviously the date, the parlay we put of the day, and the number one play as well. And then the overall leaderboard will be as follows. So obviously, very simple. The better name, the overall record, your play of the day record, which will pretty much for now keep this the same. It's just one play and you're out. If you want to talk about multiple, that's fine, but you got to put one on the record, right? And then your top streak. So again, if you're 5 in a row, you've lost, you're getting a nice blue text over the top there. If you get your red hot, you might get red. I don't know. I haven't fucking decided yet. But I've been having fun kind of putting this whole thing together. And that's kind of what the plan is. So, again, the leaderboard is going to be great. Just kind of keeping track and letting people see where they stand in regards to everybody else. I mean, again, it's one of those where I expect it to be slow at the start, but this is what we need. I need interaction. I need that first person to break the ice with me. And, again, I understand today might not be that day, all right? But I wanted to jump on and at least let people see what the show is all about. Get a good vibe for it, and if we get a call, great. If we don't, then I'll just talk about my plays, and we'll get out of here, and we'll try again the next day. That's fine too. But WeberBets.com, if you want to get involved, put your picks in, and let me know what your thoughts are on that. My plan pretty much for this is kind of to be consistent as much as I can throughout the week. The thing is, with my current schedule with life going on, personal life, it's not going to be all the time. I'm hoping that I can just have people kind of decide to follow, with notifications, whether it be TikTok or YouTube, jump on, see that I'm live, and then be able to throw their picks out. I kind of like the fact, too, that we have the voicemail capability, because the thought is, like, if we have people calling in to leave picks and it's not live, let's say, tonight you're watching a game you happen to have, but you're researching on your phone about the next day's games, throw a voicemail in there, and then we can kind of go like that too. Make a quick show the next day, kind of going through the voicemails. It's just kind of different ways to get interaction from you guys. So I'm kind of up for whatever. This is more just like an open show, and as long as we get people involved, this thing's going to be great. And if we don't, I'll just end up talking to myself and putting out picks that don't matter. But it's all about the audience. That's what I've always wanted it to be about, and that's what it's going to be about is the audience, if this thing's going to work or not. And regardless, I'm going to have fun BSing with the people that do jump in and want to talk some sports betting. So, again, WeberBets.com if you want to get involved on that. As far as betting goes, I've been ice cold. Really haven't been great. I've been doing a lot of NCAA, like men's basketball plays, like a lot of live betting. I usually take a favorite. I got screwed the other day. Mizzou ruined a 4-leg parlay for me, so that was wonderful. Any favorite that's been, rock solid has really not come through for me. But I'm hoping we can kind of get this thing rolling, and you guys can kind of, get kind of a flow going with this thing a little bit. Like understanding some of the trends before we get to March Madness, because I had, NFL going on, college football going on, and then you get right into it, and you're like, I haven't watched any basketball, so to put real money on it, I got to get a feeling for it and really understand what the right pick is. You know what I mean? So I'm not sure. I need a team to kind of follow. That's what I do in March Madness, is find a team I lock in on and then go with that, and hopefully it pans out. I've been ice cold in college basketball. But, I mean, that's the thing, too, is my main strategy has been just to live bet really good teams when they're down at halftime. They come back every single time. It's just the fact that they haven't really, finished off the games for me. That's kind of the deal. It's kind of what's going on. I blame them. I don't blame me, because it's always a great pick when I pick them, right? But no, it's just the way it is. It's like some of these teams just can't get it done, and it just seems like they're unbelievable until I pick them every single time. Let's see. Parker says, what sports sites are you going with? What sports sites am I going with? I mean, I usually bet Blue Book or Green Book. No free ads on this one. But, yeah, usually it's Blue Book for me. Depends on what's going on. If there's, it's interesting. We were actually talking about Super Bowl bets a couple weeks ago on our football show, and we were kind of BSing and just like, mentioning how Green Book actually lets you parlay certain things that Blue Book doesn't, or vice versa. I wonder if that's like a competition thing or how that works. But the fact that you can same game parlay certain things on one site and not the other, that's kind of what brings me back and forth. Again, you'll understand too, this show is meant for the $10 parlay guys. I know there's like a lot of, if there's any, I guess, quote unquote professional gamblers out there, they'll be like, wow, this guy's betting same game parlays. Yeah. The thing is, I don't look at myself as like a real gambler. I throw $10 on something and hope it works. I love betting. But I see so many people online that bet, and good for them if they can afford it, tens of thousands of dollars. I'm like, fuck, man, I can't even barely bring $150 to the casino sometimes. I mean, that's just kind of where I'm at. So I said, let's. There's so many shows out there saying, yeah, I'm throwing 10 grand on Mizzou. I'm doing this on Kansas. No, I'm putting $10 on a 5-leg parlay, and hopefully we live to see another day, type of thing. You know what I mean? That's kind of where I go with the betting stuff. That's how me and Big Web have always been. And, when we get our bankroll up there, yeah, you take a few shots here and there when you're up. But other than that, it's just finding little things that work and putting little money on big parlays, baby. That's what we do. The Big Bill says ride with Mizzou. Okay, well, again, I got screwed over with Mizzou, so they can take a walk. Not a huge fan of the Missouri Tigers at the moment, but they've been damn good. That's why I thought they'd get it done the other day. Didn't do it, so... you hate to see that. You hate to see it. All right. Again, I was worried about this, but this is why I started the show. Fuck it. Not a lot of interaction right now. I started at 1:30 in the afternoon on a Monday, but I need some plays. Look, we got a whole board over here ready to rock. I'm not. This is me starting this show off, and if I got to put a couple plays up there myself, and no one's gonna chime in, that's okay. It's first show. It's a random Monday afternoon. But you guys can get involved, WeberBets.com, if you want to put your plays in, whether it be on the phone lines or also on voicemail. You're welcome to do so. If not, I'll throw my shit out there and we'll see how it works, and we'll kind of build this thing together. But in the long run, I'm hoping that you guys just run the show and we kind of go from there. So as far as college basketball goes tonight, I saw Michigan against Nebraska. Looks like Michigan is the favorite by 1.5, 151.5. I see is the over/under on Blue Book. I'm leaning towards Michigan. I've seen them play. They're pretty solid. I don't know shit about Nebraska. This might be the classic, I see they're ranked against a non-ranked team, and they're, minus 110. But I think I'm going to fall for it, so I think I'm going to go with a little Michigan money line there to start out. That's what I'm thinking. And then maybe I do know a lot about Houston. Houston's a solid team. Love Houston. I got their under smacked the other day. They're a really good defensive team for sure. So, again, Texas Tech, I don't love them. I've seen them a little bit, but I've seen Houston more. But talk to me. I mean, Bill's saying Texas Tech plus 1.5. But why, Bill? Why is that? Because I'm getting 2.5 on Blue Book. This is what I'm talking about. I want to know why you like Texas Tech. Because I don't like Texas Tech. I like Houston, especially when it's only minus 126. I know every point matters right there with the money line, but that's pretty low for a team I think is way better than Texas Tech. Granted, I've seen Texas Tech play one time, but I don't care. I like Houston that much. So, Bill, talk to me. Why do you like Texas Tech? Parker says Houston minus 1.5 will cover over Texas Tech. Lock of the day. Here we go. This is good. We got 3 people watching this first show right now live, and we got opposite picks. This is what this show is about. Houston will cover, says Parker. Why, though? I want to know why. We got to dig in here, Parker. Let me know. I got to know why you guys think this. Phone lines open, voicemail open, or just keep chiming in here on TikTok. But I am leaning towards Parker. I think it's going to be Houston as well. So I got Houston and Michigan in college basketball. I'm not going to parlay everything yet. I haven't decided. We're going to look at NHL, though, as well and just see what's out there. But I like those two, Michigan and Houston. It just 12-5, 2 top 15 seeds, late February, feisty bunch of players on both those teams, needing to get some big wins before the tournament. You get them out there. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I'm taking a shot here. Let's see. Toronto's playing Boston. That's tomorrow. Sorry about that. San Jose's playing the Jets. Winnipeg is minus 490. Whew. Minus 490. Best team in hockey. Beat the Blues by 1 on Saturday. Hate to see it. They're only minus 1.5. The minus 170 for minus 1.5. That's kind of wild, honestly. I feel like the Sharks are terrible. They are terrible. Minus 1.5 seems pretty great. Now, if we go and look at the Winnipeg Jets over the last few games, if we kind of lock in on this real quick and we check it out and we see, let's see, the last few games, just to see if they've won by more than one goal. Here you go. Last 2 games, the Blues were the first one since the Four Nations tournament. They won 4-3 in a shootout, so only won by 1, obviously. Beat the Islanders 4-3 back on February 7th. So, yeah, there are a lot of close games lately. 3 out of the last 4 have been at least just a 1-goal win for them. But they are on fire. They have not lost since January 20th. So if that tells you anything, I like Winnipeg. Maybe minus 1.5, and the Sharks suck. They're terrible. Let's see how they've been the last few weeks here. WeberBets.com for more of this amazing content. If you guys want to get involved here. They're on a 5-game losing streak, the old San Jose Sharks. I did a lot of show prep. I didn't just Google this in front of myself. Calgary 3, they lost 3-2. They lost 8-3 to Dallas back on the 8th of February. I like this schedule reading thing. This is a good segment for the show. But they haven't been that close overall this season. But 3 of the last 4, they've been within 1 goal. So maybe we just stay away from the minus 1.5. There's a reason here. There's a reason why the Sharks are, or it's only minus 170. So maybe we stay away from that. Look at that. Great research there. Parker says Houston 8-0 on the road in conference. Can't afford to slip up this late with the 3 SEC teams. Houston 8-0 on the road in conference. Can't afford to slip up this late with what the... I don't know what he meant by that, but 8-0 on the road in conference is great. I love that. I've seen Houston play. They're really solid. It's tough when I haven't seen both teams play as much, but Houston seems pretty solid. So let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and add Houston to it here. We're going to put Parker in as one of our first players here. The first bettor on the official picks board here. So we're gonna go. Parker, are you okay with that? I mean, this is your reputation going on here. It's the first show we've done this. You're the first picker ever to go on Weber Bets Weekly spreadsheet. So I want to make sure you're good with it. But I'm gonna put you down for that, and see what happens. All right, Parker's in. So we're gonna take Houston minus 1.5 for him, and then we'll think about putting it on the board. But I'm pretty solid on that. I'm going to go ahead, and I think I'm going to go ahead and take Michigan money line here. I think that's pretty solid. Let's see. Parker, I'm not wagering for you though, my man. Not a chance. Sorry, I can't. No, this is we're just bullshitting you. However you want to bet, you do your own thing. I'm not doing all that, but no, I appreciate your picks. Bill says the 2 played each other on February 1st, and Texas Tech won 82-81 in overtime. I mean, Houston's due to win then. They can't lose. They can't lose right now. They played great defense last game. I love Houston. I can't tell you I've watched them like twice, but I love Houston. Love them. Love. So that's a good one. So we got Houston minus 1.5. I'm going Parker. I'm not going to take money line there. And then we got Michigan money line. So let's go to the board here, and let me go ahead and write this down official. It's exciting because this is the first ever one we've actually written up here, all right, on the board. So we got Houston minus 1.5 here. All right. And then I really like those Wolverines money line, all right? Money line on the Michigan Wolverines. So that's 2 college basketball plays we can throw up there. Again, just kind of discussing it later. But I think that's a good 2 to add to the workshop to kind of decide what we want to do with it. You know what I mean? And then pretty much think about betting the number 1 play and then maybe throwing some of those in a parlay. Okay. It's not a bad start. What else we got? Parker's got more stats for me, it looks like. Let's see what we got. They're 15-1 overall in conference with the lone loss coming by 1 point at home. Revenge game. There you go. Revenge game. I love Houston even more. That's beautiful stuff. All right, so Houston minus 1.5, Michigan money line. It's a good start. I like that a lot. You call in WeberBets.com or leave a voicemail as well. WeberBets.com. This is WeberBets Weekly, the first ever episode of WeberBets Weekly. Thank you to our lone few viewers. I knew this would happen. It's a new show. This might suck. I don't know. The way this thing works and is fun is if we have interaction, calls, voicemails. Let's hear it. We got Houston -1.5. We got Michigan money line. So far, those are the two plays we got. We need more of them. So let me know what you think here on February 24th, 2025. First episode of Weber Bets Weekly. We talked about it. I don't like the Jets -1.5. I think -170 was a little bit interesting to think about throwing into a parlay. But the fact that the Sharks have been pretty close 3 of the last 4 games. Jets also just beat the Blues in the shootout on Saturday. Not a huge fan of that one, so we're gonna stay away. You got the Golden Knights against the Kings. I don't know anything about the Kings. I know the Golden Knights are good. Anybody got anything on the NHL? I'm not a huge fan of that one. Parker also says, I like Kansas -6.5. They're beginning to play better in Colorado, and Colorado's terrible. Yeah, I feel like Kansas has kind of been the team that's been a letdown, right? Like you're wondering if that's just how they are overall or if they're going to make a comeback. They're -300 money line at Colorado, -6.5, like Parker said. I'm going to stay away from that. We already got 2 main plays in college basketball, so I think that's fine. How about a little NBA action? Anybody got any NBA knowledge? A lot of games in the NBA. Nuggets coming off a loss against the Lakers. I saw that one. Luka finally looking like Luka. I mean, unbelievable. That trade. Listen, I'm not going to try to get into ESPN hot takes here, but what are we doing, Dallas? What are we doing? And then Anthony Davis gets hurt right away, and it's just shitty timing. What are you going to do? But God, I mean, if Luka plays like he did against the Nuggets, look out. They're going to be pretty solid. Anyway, nobody cares about that. We're talking about sports betting. Nuggets -5 against the Pacers. OKC -4.5 in the first quarter, says Big Bill. OKC is playing the T-Wolves. Now, why is it 12? I'm pretty sure Ant's fine. Like, what's the injury history or situation going on in that game? Because I don't know. That's the one that always we got to check into. Because NBA is one that I 100% are going to need you guys to help me out with. Because I don't know watch enough NBA. I don't. I'm kind of locking in more on college basketball. NBA's been kind of a second thought for me. But as far as injuries go, I mean, that's kind of something we got to figure out here. Let's see. I know the T-Wolves lost last night, was it? Or 2 nights ago I saw. Let's see what we got. T-Wolves, how you doing? They lost to the Thunder by 7, so they just played the Thunder. So what's going on with the injuries? Well, let's take a look here. I'm looking on CBSSports.com. So DiVincenzo is out until the 27th of February, so he's out. Rudy Gobert is out. Julius Randle's out. That would be why it's 12 points. Okay, that makes more sense. So you like OKC -4.5. Are they healthy? Big Bill, OKC healthy, I guess? Let's take a look here. Chet Holmgren is expected to be out this game as well. I mean, they're still pretty good, right? Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, he's pretty damn good, right? Yeah. See, I'm an NBA expert, as you can tell. I don't hate that. -4.5 first quarter. Why do you like the first quarter, Big Bill? Talk to me on that one. Parker, Denver just got embarrassed at home by the Lakers last game. Nuggets big. Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Now, if we just take them money line, and throw them into the parlay, I don't hate that. So we could possibly do that. I'll throw Nuggets money line up there. A couple others we could check on here. Let's see. Bulls and Sixers, I don't really care. Clippers, Pistons. Don't the Clippers they kind of suck now, and the Pistons are legit, but they had 9 wins last year. I'm so confused on that team. I know they got 2 players. Cade Cunningham. I actually could name you another player. Dennis Schroeder's on that team. Sure is. I'm just an NBA guy. Yeah, like I said, NBA I have no idea. So you need to talk to me on that one. Charlotte against the Kings. Like I said, I have no idea. Nuggets money line I like in a parlay. So the 3 we talked about Houston minus 1.5, Michigan money line. And the Denver Nuggets minus 190 altogether on Blue Book plus 422. I don't hate that. Little $10, pay out 42. Don't hate it. That one could work. Other than that, there's not a ton going on. It's a lot of NBA, not many NHL games, not a lot of college games. Bill says huge spread and the money line is too juicy. Bulls money line, Philly is terrible. Really? All right. Minus 186 for the 76ers at home. Bulls. You like Bulls plus money, Bill? Talk to me, Bill. Why do we like the plus money Bulls? Because this might be. Wow, look at this. If we could get some sharp plays on here early in this program, I was expecting it to be like we throw some darts at the board. They don't hit most of the time until we hit that bullseye, and then it pays out a ton. But Bill's got a plus money 156 Bulls money line because Philly is terrible. Let's take a look myself on that because I don't know. Me being a big NBA guy. WeberBets.com if you want to get involved. Always available to live call in or leave a voicemail. You might be checking this show out later on, so we appreciate it. I knew this was going to happen midday on a Monday. Not a lot of people involved. Appreciate Parker and Bill and some others that are involved here in the chat. I want a conversation about the games. I want a conversation about plays, and I want to put together fun bets to do as a group and just continue to try to grow this thing. If it doesn't grow, I don't care. It's more of I want to have fun with this. I love that we have this board now. It's my favorite thing to do. I think I eventually, dream of having a ton of people involved and we just, load up this thing and just nonstop, have, 50 plays up there, and then we can pick and choose which ones we want to be the number one play, which ones we want to be part of the parlay, whatever it may be. But that's kind of the goal of this thing. The more interaction we get, the better it's going to be. So that's what I think. I'm going to check into this Bulls money line thing because listen, Bill has some picks, but I've disagreed with every pick he's got so far. But which I'm on. I said I'm ice cold. So yeah, I'm just saying. I see a plus 156, and he says the Bulls are great. They're 22-35. Bill. What are we doing, Bill? Bulls have lost 6 straight. Good. Bill. And they last won on February 4th, Bill. Bulls looking to end their 6-game losing streak. Yeah. So why is Philly so bad? Why are you so... I don't get it, Bill. I don't get it. Listen, I'll be straight up. I don't get it. But I'm here to listen. I'm here to learn about the Chicago Bulls. If you'll help me, but I don't see it, Bill. I don't see it. Let's see. What were we just looking up? 76ers. Philadelphia 76ers. Where are they at? I can't find them on the damn standings. Holy shit. Yeah, they're pretty bad too, actually. Why do we have such a weird number in that game? Yeah, they've lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, Bill. All right, I'm starting to understand. Sixers are awful. They've lost 2 straight at home, blown out by the Celtics. It's all about injuries. What do we got injury-wise? Maxey and Joel are questionable. There we go. There we go. I'm starting to like this more, Bill. I understand where you're going now. Let's see. Embiid, game time decision with his knee. Maxey, game time decision with his finger. Interesting. Chicago, Sumu. Vucevic is a game time decision as well. They just traded, who's the guy they traded? Zach, big NBA guy. Talk to me. Who is the main guy for the Bulls? Zach Levine? Levine. Lowry's out with a hip injury. All right. Who's he play for? Is that Philly as well? He is. He plays for Philly. How about that? I didn't know that. Thank you. God bless you, Parker. It is Zach Levine. Okay, I'm starting to... What about taking the 4.5? What about taking the 4.5? You know what? Bill, are you cool with going on the spreadsheet as Bulls money line? What do you think, Bill? Let's just put Bill. Bulls money line. which I'm going to give you props here because it's going to be plus 156. I'm going to put you on the spreadsheet. Your official play is Bulls money line. Bill, are we good with that? Look out. Kicking the headphones everywhere. I'm throwing it up on the board. Let's see what we got.
Go to the board.
Let's throw it up on the board. All right, Bill's got it. Bill's got Bulls money line. He's making me a believer here. It's not going to be the number one play. I don't like that as the number one play. I'm starting to lean towards Houston minus 1.5 as my number one play. I might parlay all three of these, though. If we're going to have a parlay of the show, we got to do it. These are the three plays we got. That's what I'm thinking. All right, Bill. We'll see what you got. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Houston minus 1.5, Michigan money line, Bulls money line. Three plays we got. Parker has Atlanta minus 1.5. Who are they playing? Atlanta. By the way, if you guys want to leave a voicemail or call in, WeberBets.com. That's what's going to drive this program when we get into it. WeberBets.com. I love the interaction on the on the thing. The thing is, when we do have eventually, hopefully, more people jumping in here, we're not going to be able to read the chat and take them as legit plays. So appreciate you guys doing it. But eventually, we're going to have to just do phone line and voicemail. So just a heads up. That's the one that I want to push to get more interaction. Atlanta minus 1.5. They're battling the Heat for a playoff position, and they play each other tonight in Atlanta. Wow. There's a lot of season left, though, no? You got a whole month and a half, right? Let's take a look. Atlanta. Where's Atlanta at? It's in Georgia, I understand. I'm talking about on my app. Hawks minus 1 against the Heat. Do the Heat even, are they even a thing anymore without Jimmy Butler? Are they good at all? Let's see how they've been doing. They've, oh, wow. They've lost 5 of 6. They lost the they beat the Raptors in overtime. Raptors are really bad, right? 17-39. So I don't feel great about this Heat team. All right. I like Atlanta. Hey. Was Atlanta minus 1.5? How they been doing? Atlanta Hawks, 26-31, 9th in the Eastern Conference. Bill says Pistons money line as well are red hot. Well, let's take a look at these Hawks. They've been rock solid, losing 3 in a row. They've been scoring a shit ton, though. They lost to the Knicks 148-149. They lost to the Pistons 148-143. What's the over-under? Jesus. 231? All right, Falcons. Wow. Hawks. Falcons play in the NFL. Atlanta Hawks minus 1. We like that. I'll play ball. Throw it in there. Why not? Atlanta Hawks. Let's put a little music on. I need some music going on in the background while we pick these. Atlanta Hawks money line minus 118. But you take minus 1 and it goes down to minus 112. Which one do we do? Money line. Let's be safe about it. But Parker said minus 1, 1.5, he said. Okay, we'll go with a push if we have to. Hawks minus 1. I'll go throw it on the board. I'll be right back. There we go. I expected more NBA plays because that's kind of what all we got here. Hawks minus 1. I'm not taking all these though. But if I had to pick, I mean, so far I like this Bulls one. I like Bill's Bulls pick a lot. And I really like Houston. I just kind of threw Michigan out there. I'm taking a shot at it. And Hawks, I'm not for sure. I don't mind all 4 of these, but I'm really looking at these 2. Houston minus 1.5, Bulls money line. This is good. We're getting somewhere. All right, Bill says I like the over in the Hawks game also. All right. I mean, 230 is a massive number. I know that. I don't watch a lot of NBA. I do know that's a shit ton. But I don't know. Something's telling me we stay just with the Hawks. Because I was thinking over 2 until I saw the number. 230 is a little crazy, Bill. Okay, just take a step back, No, I'm just kidding. This is what I want to do, though. I want to just shoot the shit with you guys. Try to build some winners. I'm really happy we got 4 good plays so far. This is good. I mean, how does it look if the first program we have, we smack a parlay or the number one play hits by like 20 points? I mean, that's what I want to do. So, yeah, I like those two. Houston minus 1.5, Bulls money line. So let's go ahead. Let me put those two in the old blue book, see what we got. I put Houston money line for a second. Do we want to change that? No, that was Parker's number one play. I'll go ahead and go with it. So we're going to go ahead and go Chicago Bulls money line plus 162. I like this play by Bill, man. I've talked myself into it. I'm a huge fan of it now. Houston, I got minus 2.5. Yeah. See if I can mess with the number here. You guys get involved here, WeberBets.com. You want to leave a voicemail, your top plays for the show. And also, you can call in live voicemail, live call-in link is online at WeberBets.com. Get involved also on the TikTok or YouTube live chats. And appreciate the interaction we have so far with 4 top plays. First ever episode, Weber Bets Weekly. This thing's going to grow. And it's going to flourish, baby. It's going to flourish. The way this thing is going to be great is one thing and one thing only. It's audience interaction, and that's what we need. We got a little bit today. We need a lot more to make this thing what I think it can turn into. But, hey, we got to start somewhere. So thank you to everybody who has started to get involved here on this Monday afternoon. We appreciate it. Again, the goal is to hopefully do more. I think I might have missed Parker's comment earlier. He said, are you going to try to set up a certain time each day or the day of the week, some sort of schedule? It's from Parker. So, kind of. I mean, my goal is to do it in the mornings. I just wanted to finally break the ice and go for it, okay? But my goal is to do this on, for sure, Monday and Friday mornings. I might just start trying to go live as much as I can daily. We'll see how it goes. Like I said, on my schedule, I don't have a chance to work from home all the time. When I am home and I can take an hour or half hour away in the mornings, I'm going to shoot for 7:30 a.m. CT or 8 a.m. CT. I might try to do it a little bit before work too, depending on how this goes. I've made it as easy as I can, so maybe we can do mornings. That's the goal, is to do mornings. But yeah, that's pretty much what it is. I would recommend putting your notifications on TikTok and or YouTube, subscribing and all that stuff, and then kind of be aware. But also, I want you to know we do have the podcast feeds, and the reason I want to do them in the morning is so we can get the plays out. You can watch if you missed it, all that stuff. So it's a lot of fun. I wanted to do this for a long time. If we got a lot of people involved, it's going to be awesome. And if not, we'll still have fun with the few that do want to do this, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and go back to the board here. What were we talking about? I went on my little soapbox. Bill said he liked the over in the Hawks game. I don't like that one. We're gonna stay away. Just keep Hawks -1. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's kind of where we're at, right? I mean, I don't know what else. I don't know what else we can add. There's not a ton left. It's a lot of the NBA and some of the college basketball stuff. I was gonna try to tease down Houston. I remember that. I was trying to find try to get them to 1.5. I don't know if it's gonna allow me to do that or not. Yeah, it's 2.5 for money line. Yeah, I'm going to have to throw money line. But that one, Bulls and Houston money line, plus 369. It's not bad. Now, the whole deal with this is not about me. This is about us. So what do you guys think?
Let's go to the board.
Let's talk this out. I'm going to go over to the board, and I want you to talk this out with me. Are we thinking about doing Houston money line and then possibly Bulls money line as the parlay? I can't bet Houston -1.5 on the book I'm using. I'm going to take Houston money line. But I know that's the official play from Parker. So I want to be a team player here, but let me know what you think. We need a number one play, and we need a parlay. We only got 4 picks to pick from that we talked about. Okay? Eventually, we're going to have this whole board full of everything. But right now, we got 4 plays. Houston, Michigan, Bulls, Hawks. I think we have to put the Bulls in the parlay. But talk to me, Bill and Parker, whoever else might be in the chat. Let's talk about it because I need you guys to agree. This is like, this is a democracy here. We're all chatting about what the best thing is for the team here. We're team guys. So for the team, I'm going to vote Bulls money line. All right. And then I guess I would probably, I'd go Houston, but I had to take money line on mine. So it depends what you guys want. But I'm going to put it down for now and see what you guys think. So we got Bulls ML and we got Houston ML. And that was, what was it, 3 something? What we got here? 362. 362. That's a pretty good parlay. And the number one play, just because it's plus money, I don't want to put Bulls on number one play. It's not saying you can't. It was a good sell job. Bill agrees. Houston money line, Bulls money line plus 362. And Parker says, I think Houston and Bulls. Perfect. I think Houston covers even 2.5. Look at that. I like it. Well, this is the official parlay then. Bulls money line, Houston money line. Love it. Love it. Shout out Parker and Bill for helping build this. These are your 2 picks. Houston, Bulls. Bill, you're going to be a legend already after 1 episode if we hit that Bulls one. It's plus money. It's plus 160 something I saw. That's great. All right, now number one play. What do we want to do? Do we like Hawks -1? Does it make sense, though, if I don't put the number one play in the parlay? You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's, like, kind of screwing things up, no? I like the Bulls play, but there's still a chance we lose. I think Houston moneyline's a great pick. And I also don't want to, not put it in as number one play if we already have it as a parlay. It should make sense that we include it in both. Don't have the same team in different bets. I agree. All right. I really like the Hawks -1 too. But is it the number one play? That's the point. We're not just throwing it up there because it's not one of these 2. We need the number one play. So what's number one? Atlanta has the number one play. Yeah, but I don't have stars by him. All right. Hey, listen, this isn't just me. This is, the team. These are team guys. Team guys. They're saying Atlanta. We're going Atlanta. All right, Hawks. What color are they? Let's go with this one. Oh, they're red too, aren't they? Look at all the red teams, man. Okay, Hawks. -1. God, I got to work on my handwriting. All right. There we go. I'm going to bet both these. I'm going to bet both of these. It's the first show. We got to do it. I'm going to bet them both. Hawks -1. I'm going to put 20 on. Nothing crazy. And then start out slow here. We're going to start out, like I said, we're average Joe bettors. 10, 20 bucks. Let's get something rolling here first. This one, I'm going to put 15 on. Okay? There you go. $20 straight bet. Hawks -1. $15. Bulls money line. Houston money line at plus 362. I got to put the bet in because apparently we're getting... It's dropping, is what Bill's saying. It's dropping. All right. There we go. Hey, thank you guys so much for tuning in, man. This has been awesome. Really appreciate it. First show, not a lot of people. We'll change that tomorrow, Wednesday, whenever we end up doing the next show. I would recommend following Weber Bets everywhere. WeberBets.com is where you can find all the links. We have the voicemail line The phone lines are always going to be open during the live show, so please check it out. If you missed any of the show, you can go to YouTube, check it out as well, and watch it, or you can subscribe on Apple Podcasts. We really appreciate it, trying to build this thing little by little. It's going to start with a small audience. We hope it continues to be something bigger. I'm really excited about it, though. This has been fun. Even just having a couple people to bullshit with, it was awesome. So I'm hoping we continue to grow this into a massive audience, and I'm really excited about it. Mad Dad says, is it Weber Bets season again? It is Weber Bets season. We got a new show, Weber Bets Weekly. Check out the board. Here's what we got. Hawks -1 in the NBA is our number one play, and then our parlay is a $15 two-leg parlay, Bulls money line, Houston money line, plus 362. Shout out to Parker and to Bill for helping to build this. We'll put all the stuff on social media as well, and you'll have the leaderboards you can check out as well on WeberBets.com. But I would recommend putting your notifications on YouTube and on TikTok to follow along, and hopefully we can do this on a regular basis. I'm going to try to do this as often as I can, try to get a regular schedule, but look for the mornings during the week of when I'll be on. More like 7:30 a.m. CT is what's probably going to be the case, and it'll be quick 30-minute shows. This one I think was a little bit longer than that. We'll love to do a full hour, but most of the time that's not going to be possible. So that's what I recommend. WeberBets.com for all of the links. But that's going to do it. We're going to wrap this one up. If you missed any part of the show, as I mentioned, you can hear the bets that were talked about and all that good stuff. You can check them out on WeberBets.com. I'll have links to the leaderboard, to the plays, all that fun stuff here shortly. Main bets will be posted as well on Instagram. Show clips will be there, and also on TikTok. All social media accounts can be found. All the links on WeberBets.com. Reminder to always bet responsibly. The show is for bettors who enjoy it and can handle it. All right? Don't bet money you can't afford to lose. If you have a problem, contact 1-800-GAMBLERS. Big Web says, don't bet the house, bet the doghouse. Have a good one, guys. Thanks for listening. We really appreciate it, and we will talk to you, we'll see, sometime this week, hopefully tomorrow. I'd love to do it every day. Can't promise that yet. We're going to start out slow and have some fun. Thanks for joining us. WeberBets.com. Talk to you later.
WeberBets.com is where you can find everything related to the show. Links to our social media platforms, show leaderboard, every parlay and pick. WeberBets.com. Subscribe on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. Follow the show on TikTok and Instagram. And get involved with the show by leaving a voicemail on WeberBets.com. All right, I'll shut up now.